Mass Effect 3 walkthrough. Insanity difficulty walkthrough. Playing as an Adept. Back on session 2. This is the priority mission, Sur'Kesh, where we run into Morden again.
So you're officially further than me.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't played this game at all.
Well, this is the demo.
Oh, it's the demo?
Yeah.
Oh, then I played it.
Yeah. So you're at least familiar with what's going on in this level. When you...
I thought you had like a Rex with you in the demo. And you were like finding some hot Krogan bitches.
Yeah, you. That's exactly what's happening. But I cut out all the cutscenes, and he doesn't actually fight with you. He's kind of like fighting in parallel.
Okay.
With you, like you don't control him. There's no Krogans on your team at all for this entire game.
Oh, there's. Uh-oh.
You don't kill any. One of my main complaints about this game, compared to the other Mass Effects, is that there's very little enemy variation compared to some of the others. Like, in the other games, you had all the enemies that you have in this, plus the groups of, like, the rebel factions and shit. And, like, you don't even fight the Geth that much in this. So in this, there's 3 groups of enemies that you fight. You fight Cerberus, a shitload. You fight the Collectors, not as much as Cerberus, but second most. And then you also fight the Geth for like 2 or 3 levels. And that's not talking about multiplayer or anything. And in the previous games, like, there was the Blue Suns, or like gang groups and shit like that, where you would fight like oh shit, what's that guy's name? What's that race's name? Well, like, you know, they have huge, like, variations of enemies within that group, like where you're fighting Krogan and what's Garrus's race? Remember?
No, not off the top of my head.
No, I'm drawing a blank on it. Anyway, so yeah, like the enemy variation in this game kind of blows. But you know,
what kind of enemies are the most fun?
Most fun
to fight?
I'd say the Geth are the hardest, which I think translates into most fun. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. In multiplayer,
are there fun bosses in this?
The Collectors, they're the Reapers, I guess. They have the hardest boss type. There's a I forget the enemy type, but you can get an achievement for killing this one specialized enemy type for the Reapers. It's this huge, like, bird looking thing.
Sounds awesome.
And he's really hard. Well, he's not super hard to kill, but you don't have a ton of opportunities to kill one, and it's not like you're given an explicit opportunity to give one all the time.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes they fly away, like birds are known to do. And
that's what they do most of the time.
Yeah. And they're huge, and they kill you really fucking quick. I forget what the hell they're called. Like
that's not your strong suit.
Names?
Knowing what things are called.
Well, actually, one of the comments I wanted to read, I'm just going to read it right now. I pulled up a bunch of comments and stuff from the first session that I wanted to read. So, an email from Ryan, or RJE5, I think that's his username on the site. He said, "Wow, this guide so far is so much easier to listen to and follow in comparison to the Mass Effect 2 guide. You have no idea the difference it makes to hear John talk about the Asari and pull and throw an energy drink correctly, and not just saying the shock power, giving them the shocker. I understand using humor in your guides, but when we as an audience have to connect how you think to how we think, there's a period of time that it takes, and I stop focusing on the guide and start thinking about other things. That I can understand." Just wanted to throw a little positive reinforcement your way and say that the first batch of videos are great to listen to. You also made me want to try a no-gun run as an Adept for my second Insanity playthrough. So far, leaps and bounds better than Mass Effect 2 guide. And yeah, I actually did make a an effort to kind of memorize a lot of the different names that were going on in this and the races and stuff. Even though in the first like 3 minutes of this video, there was like 3 different things I couldn't think of.
I knew it for a time. I just can't hold on to those things. Like in the Mass Effect Infiltrator game, you're killing some of the Garrus's race, and I remember them saying it, and I remember the exact like moment that they say it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I can't fucking remember the name.
Yeah. Morton's a Solarian. Liara is an Ansari. Rex and Grunt and Eve are Krogan. These are the Cerberus. What the fuck is Garrus? I don't know.
As soon as you hear it, you're gonna know it, though.
Oh, yeah. And don't, you don't even, well, yes, one person should post it in the comments. But other than that, I'll figure it out.
Oh, I know what it is first. Everyone always posts that in the comments.
That's the race?
Yeah, he's the first race.
Oh, and then first is the faggot? Is that like the second race?
Yeah.
Thankfully, people only post that on YouTube. I didn't pull any comments from YouTube. Only the website. YouTube's not very conducive to
so
good comments.
Funny.
You know, I think this comment. Oh, this was an email actually that I got that from. But there's a character limit of like 500 characters, which I think is like, you know, depending on how long your sentences are.
You say Valerian? Is that a race? No.
Valerian?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of words.
Solarian is what Morden
Solarians.
is.
Fuck. All right. Anyway, funny story about YouTube comments.
Okay. Oh, your mom always posts.
Yeah,
first.
she always wrote. She stopped writing first because I told her to stop writing first.
Okay, that's good.
But she always writes comments, and she's like been in a big to-do because someone replied to her comment and called her a faggot. And she's like, well, I mean, if I was a guy, I would be a faggot. And I'm like someone's mom, so my comments are kind of faggy.
Wait. Did she respond to someone else's comment with what you just said?
She wrote a comment on one of our videos.
Yeah.
And someone responded to her comment calling her a faggot.
And then did she respond to that person?
No.
Or what you just said was what she told you? Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna. Yeah, that would have been freaking hilarious if she was actually getting in like a comment fight with some person on Twitter.
Flame war on YouTube.
Like I can't see your mom like getting a real back and forth going with
not at all.
With some douchebag. I can't remember what video it was.
Just like, Mom.
There was one video where she was like, "I'll see you in a few minutes at the dog park." I was like, "Oh my god!"
She wrote that in a comment.
You know, it was something like obviously referring to the fact that she knew you.
Oh, she always writes like, "Good job, Dan."
No, it was something much. It was something about like seeing you soon. I was like, "Oh my god!" I don't think someone would pick up on that.
Right.
But, you know, it was pretty hilarious.
Hey, maybe there'll be a comment from her on this video.
Well, I don't think she's going to listen this far into it.
No, but she might have a comment.
Yeah. Well, I wonder. I think people will figure out pretty quickly
who it is.
Now that we've done this, yeah.
You leave my mom alone.
Yeah, that's a very easy way to get blocked. Yeah, you should have blocked that person that wrote faggot to your mom.
Yeah,
Because what does that make you if your mom's a faggot?
Makes me
the son of a faggot? Wait, but that would be your dad.
Right.
Yeah. So, son of a bitch.
Yeah, my mom likes dudes. Big whoop.
What does that mean, faggot? Does that mean likes dudes?
I don't know.
I don't even. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
YouTube is. I was like, Mom. I think
dissecting YouTube comments is just a waste of time and energy.
Yeah, YouTube is like not a good place for insightful.
A cesspool. Right.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why more websites. Well, more websites that get tons and tons of comments haven't implemented a Reddit-like structure.
Up and down comments?
Well, threaded and sorted by votes.
Right.
Like Reddit's really good about that, where they...
But it kind of moves them up and down.
Yes. Oh.
Whereas YouTube has like a thumbs up,
I thought you were
down.
just strictly talking about like voting up and voting down. No, you're right. Like they
YouTube just like
lot.
puts a couple of the ones with a bunch of thumbs up near the top. They don't actually move them.
It does top comments strictly.
It still leaves them chronologically.
Right. It does only top comments. Plus they're collapsible, so if you don't like the first comment thread, then you can easily like go to the next comment thread if that's what you're interested in. Like, I don't give a shit about
Sometimes comments are hilarious, though.
Yeah, but unless it's my own website, I haven't commented on something in years.
Yeah.
I just don't do that. I never got into that before I started this website, and I'm not about to start doing it on other websites now, and I won't do it when I stop doing this website. Not that that's anytime soon.
The closest thing I've done is post some comments for Cheapy's podcast, the CAGcast.
Oh, I actually wrote a note for myself to email them, or email Cheapy and Giant Bomb, and ask if they have any tips for first-time E3 goers, because we just got our press badges.
That's a good question.
And yeah, so this is...
They're like, don't stay in the hotel we're staying at.
No, dude, I already know we shouldn't be staying in the hotel that we're staying at. It was described quite colorfully on TripAdvisor or whatever website it was as a shithole.
They said shithole?
Shithole was the word that was used, and it was not even censored.
Wow.
Like, it was on the Southwest website because we got like this package deal. And
we're staying in a shithole in LA.
Yeah, we were staying in a shithole.
That's scary.
Is it really?
I don't mind shithole. I just don't want to be scared for my life. Like, you know, in the movie Big, when he first gets that hotel room in New York City, and there's like people being murdered outside his window, and the guy's like screaming outside his door, "No, no, no!"
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's downtown LA. Hopefully we don't have problems like that.